hundreds of Catholic communicators gathered in Rome to pass through the Holy Door together, celebrating the Jubilee of the world of communications. Andrea Tornielli, Editorial Director of the Vatican Dicastery for Communication, sees this as a unique opportunity for Catholic communicators to spread the good news more widely, while also strengthening the Vatican's role in global communication.
What does the communication of the Jubilee look like?
As you know, the key word of this Jubilee is hope. It's difficult to speak about hope in this time for our world, but it's important to find stories of hope. So we are going on in presenting specifically as Vatican Media as our contribution for the Jubilee in radio, website, the newspaper Osservatore Romano and Vatican News, and with our television production, more and more stories of hope.
Any future projects that you're working on right now?
We are trying to not simply to share the voice of the Pope, the magisterium of the Pope, and the news, what is happening in the Vatican. That is our first task, obviously, in 53 different languages, with journalists that are coming from 69 different countries. But the second task for me is acting as a heart, spreading, but also receiving from the periphery, receiving from the communities stories, news, testimonies, and to be able to reshare this in a publicly in a more biggest public, translating this kind of news or story.
In addition to his primary responsibilities, Andrea Tornielli is a renowned religious writer. His latest book, The Life of Jesus, has been translated into multiple languages, including English, French, Spanish, and Portuguese, reaching audiences around the world.
Could you tell us a little more about your book, The Life of Jesus?
I was trying to be inside the scene of the gospel, to try to see, to smell, to see also the weather, the gesture of Jesus, the reaction of people in contact with him. So I was trying to be a reporter with my notebook in the scene and trying to explain what is happening. And the idea was to present the entire life of Jesus chronologically, using the four Gospels and the comments of the Pope, and a little bit of my imagination.
How did the collaboration with Pope Francis inspire the book?
I liked the homily of Santa Marta. In those homily, the Pope was speaking, not reading a prepared text, but is making few comments from his heart about the gospel. So I think that are so natural, so strong. And because of his view and the fact that he's a Jesuit, and the imagination of the scene of the gospel is one of the teaching of Saint Ignatius.
How did this process of writing the book change your view on Jesus?
First of all, I was shocked by his humanity. In him, we are looking at a real human being, and in him is possible to see which is the potential of our humanity. He is the perfect human being, Jesus.
What are the reactions of your readers? It's been out in Italian for a longer time, but now also in other languages.
I received messages so interesting, also from non-believers. They said thank you, because it's a help for understanding who was Jesus.
Well, thank you so much for your time and for being with us.
Thank you.